Hey everybody, wake up. This is Wake Up with Mark Joyner, episode number 76. And today, I challenge you. All right, what am I going to challenge you about? First, I have to tell you a little bit of a story. Something that I've been teasing for a long time now that is finally out today. It's called the Superhuman 6. I'm going to tell you where to find out about that here in just a minute. But first, let me tell you a little bit of the backstory. I was here in Phuket months ago, and I was invited to stay out at this place that my buddies Mitch Miller and Macaulay Ryan run, and I wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to come hang out here. I love these guys, but I didn't know if I wanted to move all the way out to Thailand. I knew I wanted to move from where I was, but I didn't know if Phuket would be the place, and I didn't know if this would be the place. Well, I was given a seminar. A gentleman approached me who turns out to be a world-class physical therapist and trainer, a guy who trains UFC stars. He's a guy who fixed Mark Hunt's shoulder. You guys have probably read a little bit. If you follow UFC at all, you know some of the problems that Mark Hunt went through. This gentleman, Thomas Engberts, is a man who fixed his shoulder. Right now, probably the most respected fighter in all of the UFC is a gentleman named John Jones. There's one man who people agree has a chance to beat John Jones. Probably the only guy that even has a remote chance of beating John Jones. His name is Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker messed up his shoulder doing something silly a few months ago. Who did he go to get it fixed? Thomas Engberts. Thomas approached me at the end of one of my sessions at this seminar, and he offered to do a trade. He said, "Hey," he said, "I want you to consult my business, and I will fix your body." Right? And I thought, well, okay, this is great. Here I've got this world-class trainer, which is what I tend to gravitate to wherever I go. Worked with guys like the great Greg Payne, a guy who trained the America's Cup team, the New Zealand America's Cup team. He trained the guy who won the Coast to Coast race, something even more revered than Ironman 6 times. Trained with Benjamin Barone. He was the guy who was a physical therapist for the biggest basketball franchise in all of the Philippines. I trained with him. These are the kind of people that I seek out. So I make decisions based on these types of things. Why? Because if you want to become great at anything, surrounding yourself with people who are great at it is a great way to get really good. This is one of the reasons why I ended up out here. So, Mitch Miller is a freaking brilliant copywriter and an awesome dude. I love hanging out with the guy. I know that if he and I spend time together, we will improve each other. We will raise each other's game up. Same with Mac. We've all got different things that we bring to the table. But Thomas coming out here and offering me that was the linchpin that kicked me over. Now, this brings us to the Superhuman 6. Part of this whole package was Thomas teaching me certain movements that were working on what he calls the bulletproof muscles. These are the muscles that are underdeveloped in most people, and because they're underdeveloped, you're getting injured. So a lot of people, there are folks now in this evolving body of knowledge about why people have joint pain, about why people have mobility issues. We've gone through eras of learning about these things, and eventually we started talking about the myofascial tissue and loosening that stuff up. I mean, you can go to a chiropractor, he can adjust you once, but if your myofascial tissue is in a certain form, it's going to keep pulling you back into that position. So eventually people started getting into myofascial release. This started with Ida Rolf, and then Heller work followed in those footsteps, and then a whole bunch of people started getting into it. Then you had guys like K-Star, Kelly Starrett from the CrossFit community who started popularizing self-myofascial release. Greg Payne, by the way, Paul Chek, by the way, two other people that I revere, were way ahead of the game of this. They were talking about this stuff years before K-Star popularized it, by the way. Okay, but K-Star came in and did some really, really important work teaching you, hey, you don't have to go to a Rolfer to get myofascial release. You can work on yourself. This is one of the things that they were popularizing. Okay, started a great job popularizing that and expanding the body of knowledge. But we do need to remember that guys like Greg Payne and Paul Chek were decades ahead of the game. Okay, now Thomas Engberts is coming in and he's adding sort of a new layer onto this. What he is saying, which is something that other guys have known as well, is that one other way to get your body in the correct movement patterns is to build up muscles that are weak. So for example, one of the reasons why you may not be moving your shoulder correctly is that you might have weak rotator cuff muscles, right? Or one of the reasons why your lower back may be in pain is because your glutes are not strong enough. Your stabilizers around your trunk are not strong enough to keep you in the right position. So one of the things I did with Thomas to help blow up his business is to codify some of this into a set of 6 exercises that anyone can do and it's going to cure, I should be very careful about saying cure, but will improve the situation, if not cure, 90% of the physical problems that you're experiencing. I don't care if it's knee pain, I don't care if it's lower back pain, I don't care if it's carpal tunnel syndrome, I don't care if it's upper back pain, neck pain, whatever it is. This set of 6 exercises, if you do them consistently, will improve that situation dramatically. I've experienced this myself, guys. Now, I'm a guy who takes training his body very, very seriously. I've trained with some of the best around the world. This stuff that we have put together, this thing called the Superhuman 6, is next level stuff, guys, because it's addressing this problem from a fundamental level that most people are neglecting. And what happens is once you build up these bulletproof muscles by doing this set of exercises called the Superhuman 6, your body will start to move differently. One of the reasons why a lot of us have hunched over shoulders is because the musculature required to hold our body in a correct, posturally correct, biomechanically correct position, those muscles are underdeveloped. It is very tiring to hold yourself in that right position. So you're going to end up in one of these slumped over positions. You're going to end up with a kyphosis, a lordosis, all of these different ways it manifests. Correcting these muscles and teaching your body to be strong enough to hold itself in the biomechanically correct positions is going to change so many problems. Not only is it going to remove pain in your body, it's going to radically boost your sports performance in any sport you're involved in, and it's going to boost your productivity levels. Most of you guys are having trouble sitting down all day, all right, which is understandable because sitting down is inherently causing a lot of problems. You try to get to a standing desk, but you can't do it because your body can't hold yourself up long enough. You try all these alternatives, nothing seems to work. And because your body's uncomfortable, you cannot be functional. You cannot be fully productive. So this set of 6 exercises is going to radically boost your productivity as well. It's going to change every aspect of your life. It's going to even change your self-confidence because you are going to be carrying your body in a different way. You're not going to be slumped over anymore, right? And that physiology of being slumped over puts you in a slumped over mentality. When you switch over into a position of strength and you carry yourself in strength, that radiates into your mind. It affects every way that you behave. It affects the way you show up on the planet. So I'm going to challenge you right now to do the Superhuman 6 for 7 days. And I'm not even going to ask you to start today. What I want to find out today is who's in. I'm going to find out today which of y'all are serious and which of y'all are lurkers. All right? If you're lurking, that's cool. That's fine. I ain't going to judge you. I'm going to kind of judge you a little bit. Okay? Why? Because you need to be one of the doers, guys. So what I want everyone to do right now is if you're going to do this with me for 7 days, all right? I want you to raise your hand and say, I'm in. Comment below the video and say, I'm in. And then I want you to go to superhuman6.com, the number 6. There's probably several variations. You can spell that. We've got them all. All right? But go to superhuman, then the number 6, and that is where you are going to get your free videos teaching you these exercises. That's what I want you to do today. Tomorrow, I want you to start the challenge with me. Okay, now the challenge works like this. You go in, you watch the videos, you learn it, and then every day you comment on the website that you did it. I want you to comment here too, because I'm going to post a video about this every day for the next 7 days. So I want you guys to comment on the site that you did it, and I want you to comment on my video because I want to see who's doing it. Okay, but the most important comment is a comment on the site. Okay, that's where we want all of the focus, all of the activity to be in. And I want to challenge you one other way here too. Okay, if you've got a family, if you got a group of friends that you work out with, I want you to tag them in this video to get them in on this challenge as well. Because a rising tide lifts all ships, does it not? If you surround yourself with other people who are taking on this challenge, it is going to become easier for you to follow through the challenge because the group pressure that you guys put on each other is going to make it harder for you to let yourself off the hook. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to comment, I'm in, if you're in, tag your friends in the comments to let them know that you are challenging them. Say, I challenge you to do this with me for the next 7 days. Get as many people in as you can. Why? Because there is strength in numbers, guys. And let me tell you, if you do this for 7 days, you will notice a change in your body. I hope that you start doing it every day for the rest of your life. I've been doing it every day for months now. It's part of my morning routine. Okay, it is a non-negotiable thing for me. Why? Because I know the benefit that it gives my body. I know that when I don't do it, I can feel the difference. But when I do it, my body functions much better. And every day that I do it, my body gets better and better and better. Any of the joint issues that I have from being in the military and doing MMA fighting and doing all these things to my body, all right, a lot of that is resolving now. Chronic stuff that has been bugging me for years is resolving faster now because of doing the Superhuman 6. All right, so here's the thing, guys. You have a moment of decision right now. You can watch this video and say, that sounds really nice. It sounds like it would be really cool. Or you can comment and say, I'm in, and take just 10 minutes every day for the next 7 days to completely change your physiology and everything that that implies. Because if you change your physiology, you're going to change everything else about your life. It's going to affect everything, guys. Not just the physical pain that you're experiencing, but your sports performance. And that's going to turn into you looking better. It's going to turn into you functioning better mentally. It's going to turn into you feeling better throughout the day. That's going to make you a better husband, mother, father, whatever it is that you are in your life. You are going to be better at it because of these 6 exercises. They are that powerful. So I am challenging you right now to get involved in this. Can you invest 10 minutes of your life for the next 7 days with the possibility that it might completely change the arc of your entire existence on this planet for your remaining days? Is that worth 10 minutes of your time for 7 days? If yes, say I'm in. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow doing this with me because we are all going to do it together for the next 7 days. Y'all have a beautiful day, and I hope to see you all tomorrow telling me you have done it. And I hope to see you below in the comments saying I am in, and tag your friends, guys. Let's get everybody in on this awesome action.